Hello and welcome. You're watching NewsX. I'm Megha Sharma and this is the exit poll result that we have brought out for you. Yes, there are 371 seats that are in the kitty of the NDA with regards to the NewsX D-Dynamics results that we have brought out for you. In fact, BJP alone is winning 315 seats. And when we take a look at the Congress, which is 60, and where are the India Alliance, which is 70, that comes to a total of 125 seats. 47 of them are the remaining other parties that are going to be winning these seats for the 543 seats that are in the fray. Let's start off our conversation and taking a look at these figures. And I'm going to start with you, Sumit Peer, about what the promise that had been made by the BJP, that they are going to be crossing 350 and NDA together will be 400 par. Now, so far, poll of polls, when we take a look at a number of these exit polls that have come out from various channels and news agencies, there hasn't been a single news agency that has given BJP 350 seats.
Megha ji, thanks for having me on your show. In fact, I have been on your Hindi channel and I've commented on NewsX. BJP will be from 315 to 335, that is the minimum, and NDA will be around 370. This is a number I've told you yesterday also. I mean, stretching my neck out and giving this number. Now, if you look at the last few exit polls and all, you know, they usually BJP has overperformed by around 20%, 10%, 20%. And if you look at the sum of sum, which is on our screens right now, even the poll of polls is at 366, 360. So even if you had 10, 15% variance, there is a possibility that you can touch somewhere as a 400 ka ankda, somewhere near to that from an NDA perspective. My last time pollometer with which I did with you was 386 for the NDA, and it is not too far off from what we are seeing right now. You are given at 370, I was talking of 370, 386. So this is the minimum what we are, and every poll agency tries to keep that margin of error. You want to give a pessimistic number, not an optimistic number. If the pessimistic on averaging is outcoming to be 370, and optimistic can be easily touching 400. Okay. That is the summation here.
Okay, all right. You know, I am being joined by Temjin Imna, who is the president of Nagaland BJP. Good to have you, sir. And as per our exit poll result, it is going to be the NDPP that is going to be winning the lone seat in Nagaland, which is an alliance with the BJP. How do you view this?
First of all, very good evening. But I am no more the state president of the BJP in Nagaland. I am just a normal karyakarta and working. And yes, absolutely. The NDPP candidate, Dr. Chumben Murray, a very versatile leader and a very decent man whom the alliance have nominated. He will be winning by a very comfortable margin, and that shows that 400 par, 4 Tarik ko 400 par.
Okay, all right, fair enough, sir. I'm going to come back to my other panelists on the telecast with me. I have with me S.K. Datta as well. And S.K. Datta, let's hear it from you. What was your prediction? Because when you came to our expertometer, you had the numbers. How close are they to our NewsX exit poll?
Well, I think the NewsX exit poll, with all due respect, has been little pessimistic in terms of the numbers. And this is not only with the case of NewsX, it is in fact with all the news channels. They have been little pessimistic. They were pessimistic in 2014, they were pessimistic in 2019. This time also they are pessimistic. But all the pollsters are saying that it is going to be a landslide NDA government coming back to power. I had said in your channel when you all had done this expert poll, pollometer thing, that time also I had said that Bharatiya Janata Party alone should be getting somewhere between 360 to 370, and NDA would be somewhere between 390 to 405. I stick to that. And there are reasons behind it, because we have our own set of, doing in a fact-finding thing internally, which is based on our karyakartas as well as on our, door-to-door members. And the feedback which we get, which has been realistic till date, is like the Bharatiya Janata Party's performance has always been 20 to 25% more than what has been predicted by the exit polls. Therefore, I say that with a lot of conviction and with a lot of, determination, that BJP alone should be somewhere between 360 to 380.
Joyita, let's hear it from you. You've taken a look at some of the exit poll results that have come out from other agencies as well. Now, we have obviously stuck our neck out and said that we are amongst the few of the agencies, few of the news channels who have predicted that BJP is going to cross 315, but more than that, NDA is going to cross the 371 mark.
Megha, what I when I am looking at the exit polls, what strikes me is the trend. I would not go into the nitty-gritty about the numbers. What strikes me is the trend, and not even the most pessimistic exit poll is giving BJP less than 272. Because let's not forget, when it comes to elections, what needs to, simple majority is 272, and it seems that the BJP is crossing that number very comfortably. What goes up from there, what the extent will be, we will know on 4th of June. But till now, no one is saying that the BJP is not going to get the number.
Okay.
And the thing is, you see, and I think that is something the India Alliance also needs to realize. And let's face it, Megha, this is the kind of feedback we also have been getting from the ground. And there has been a silent support. People are not talking about it. But what happened was that when you're looking at the India Alliance, what they tried to change the narrative. So it seems right now that narrative change has not really affected the voting pattern on the ground.
Okay.
It is along expected lines.
Himanshu, how about you? What about you? Now, do you think the numbers are as close to what the reality is going to be when the results come out on June 4th?
I think so, because I had also said very clearly, BJP will get 10% more than what they got in 2019. So I'm looking at about 335 and then add 40 seats to that. I'm looking at that. And on the ground, you have been finding that the BJP vote share, which is 37%, I look at it that way. The 37% increases by about 7%, will bring them very, very near to 400. And that was my expectation, my assumption, looking at a few states where I think BJP is going to do magic there. People might not believe it, but then what's going to happen in Bengal is going to be, trend setting for the couple of years, coming years.
Okay, all right. I have with me Syed Asad Abbas as well. And Syed, how do you see our exit poll prediction, also the prediction of the other agencies? How do you view this?
Well, Megha, I would certainly say, previously on the show, I quoted Rocky Balboa, who said it ain't over till it's over. Certainly 4th June to come, and जैसे कहते हैं कि दूध का दूध और पानी का पानी हो जाएगा. एक बहुत बेहतरीन शेर है, इब्तिदाई सियासत है रोता है क्या, आगे आगे देख होता है क्या. I would certainly see the Bharatiya Janata Party and the NDA alliance, the trends looking good for them. The exit polls are looking good for them as per almost all the exit polls that they have come through. But nevertheless, I do see the India Alliance coming up with much better numbers to come. I think, I also quoted that exit polls are not exact polls. Absolutely. I repeat, exit polls are not exact polls. Let us wait for the exact polls on the 4th of June. And yes, we will see what happens then.
Okay, let's see what happens then, because Sujata, when we took a look at the exit polls last time around 2019, nobody expected BJP to win 303 seats. Nobody expected BJP to cross 300. And there you added with a thumping majority. This time around, what do you think are the chances that BJP ends up winning 350 seats as it at this point of time is claiming?
I think, Megha, you said it yourself that all the exit polls have been very, very economical with their numbers. So I think BJP is definitely going to go beyond 350. And this is what I think we were discussing on the other day. So I never had a doubt that BJP is going to win, because just the simple fact is, and like I said few minutes ago, that there are around 105 seats which BJP won with a margin of more than 3 lakhs. There are 226 with a margin of 1 lakh, and only 77 seats which they won with a margin of 50,000. Now, and you know, do not forget, out of 534, 200 seats, BJP won by the strike rate of 90%, where they were fighting Congress, you know, directly. And with the regional parties also, where they were fighting, suppose like in the states of UP, Bihar or Maharashtra, the strike rate is well above 60%. So, and you do not see a narrative or a hawa or a credible face in opposition to Modi. If you say there is no way Modi wave, well, is there a wave for the opposition? They say Janta chunav lad rahi hai, but Janta ek credible face bhi dekhna chahti hai. Janta doesn't just go on manifesto. It also sees who is promising and what is your history of promise. Because let's say for the case of Karnataka, which was the best case scenario for Congress. You have a national president coming from that state, you have a government there, you are running all sorts of schemes. Rahul Gandhi, a lot of rallies there, said caste and such, nothing worked. That means
all right.
not trust.
Yeah, okay. Temchin, I'm going to come to you, and I'm going to take the northeast zone. And there also BJP has gotten a stronghold, particularly in Assam, where it is winning with a majority. We take a look at Nagaland, where one seat, which is in alliance with the NDPP, winning again, it's NDA. When we take a look at Meghalaya, when we take a look at Tripura, how do you view? Is there a wave right now for the BJP in northeast once again?
Absolutely. The Bharatiya Janata Party has always been able to work together with the regional aspirations. It's a national party with the heart towards even the most cornermost part of the Northeast. And so Assam is giving a resounding victory. Together means out of the 14 seats, we can expect at least with the NDA 10 to 11 of them. And with the other areas, all our alliance partners, whether it's NPP in Meghalaya, or whether it's in Tripura, or even in Arunachal, we are sweeping through it.
Okay, all right. I'm going to bring to focus the state of Uttar Pradesh. The maximum number of seats, 80 of them, and our prediction right now is 65 of them are going to go to the BJP. The Samajwadi Party is going to win 10 of the seats, and Congress will end up winning 1. Now, Sumit, there was quite the expectancy that, and a number of experts, including you, had mentioned that BJP is going to cross the 70 mark.
Yeah.
Now, how do you view that? 70 out of 80, Samajwadi Party, if it ends up winning 10 seats?
Well, Meghaji, I would still, based on my assessment, I would say BJP is coming somewhere around 72. Akhilesh Bhaiya is doing 3 to 4 seats. 1 odd might go to Bahan Mayawati, and 4 will go to the allies of BJP, and 1 might go to Congress, that is Rai Bareli. That is my assessment of the numbers. So if you add it up, 70 to 72 to BJP, 4 to Akhilesh Bhaiya makes it 76, 4 to allies makes it 70, around 80, minus 1 of Rai Bareli might go to Congress, that is my assessment. So in worst case, crossing 70 is all likelihood. I don't feel like Meghaji, Akhilesh is going to get 10 seats. If he gets 4, he should be very lucky. He should thank his stars.
Because here,
and no way he's getting 80, by the way. He has been claiming till yesterday 80 seats aa rahi hai. Well, that is the biggest joke of the millennium, by the way.
Yeah, but that's the party's prerogative. If the BJP were to say they say we'll win all 80, and if Samajwadi Party with the kind of confidence that they have, then obviously then you turn back on what you have to say once the results come out.
If you talk of 80 and if you win 70, you're still nearby. Aap dekhiye na 4 or 80. What is the difference between 4 and 80?
Okay, all right. Yes, S.K. Datta, and particularly the tally. If you take about NDA, what you have predicted is that BJP is going to win 65, RLD is going to be 2, Apna Dal is going to be 2. So that brings us to a total of 69 seats, which is part of the NDA alliance win.
Yes, that I had said initially, but after looking into the kind of crescendo campaigning of the Honorable Prime Minister, I increased that by another 3 to 4 seats. Yeah. And today I say that the Bharatiya Janata Party in UP, together with its alliance, would be winning somewhere between 70 to 75 seats. Shriman Rahul ji will win Raebareli, but with a whisker. And it is not going to be easy for him. और ये जरूर है अब्बास जी 4 तारीख को दूध का दूध तो रहेगा ही पानी में भी दूध होगा और कल से ईवीएम का रोना धोना शुरू हो जाएगा
Okay, Joyita, you know, there was quite the speculation and there were these critics who were talking about whether it will be an easy win for Smriti Irani from Amethi.
Well, you know, Megha, that's something really surprising because whenever we have been hearing about Smriti Irani, the response was that, you see, Congress had kind of spun a huge narrative again, you know, this whole narrative business keeps coming back about, you know, they would take journalists to only those pockets where they were Congress supporters. So as a result of which, most of the journalists were coming back with the impression that, you know, Smriti Irani is in major trouble. But, you know, I mean, journalists who are actually probing beyond that, beyond the pockets that they were being taken to, they found immense support for Smriti Irani. And she had actually worked on the ground. So I would think, you know, all this talk about this fight with KL Sharma being tight and all, I think it's all big. It's a bubble that's going to burst.
That's going to burst. Okay. All right. Himanshu, your views. Our prediction versus what you feel is going to be the result.
Well, I already said, na, 10% more than last time.
In Uttar Pradesh. In
Uttar Pradesh also 10% more. Because I had very clearly said, it's going to be 70 to 72 seats for UPA, and that I stick, NDA, and that I stick with it. Because see, all these polls have been underperforming. I've been saying this since evening. Last 2 elections, they have underperformed themselves.
Okay.
And the result which has come out is always 10 to 20% more.
Okay, interesting. Syed, how do you view Uttar Pradesh, particularly 65 seats for BJP, 69 for NDA, 10 for Samajwadi Party, and Congress a lone seat?
Well, certainly, you know, it was quite a surprise when Arvind Kejriwal ji came out of the jail and he said that he brought out the rift between the Bharatiya Janata Party, that Yogi ji will be the next Prime Minister, but Modi ji is not going to be happy with it. He wants his man Amit Shah ji. So that indeed did ruffle up certain feathers in Uttar Pradesh. Many of the Yogi supporters apparently not really going with the trend. But definitely I do not see the number 65. It's going to be much lesser than that. I think 4th June will answer that.
Okay.
And of course, I certainly think Akhilesh Yadav, the Samajwadi Party, is definitely going to get much more seats than what we see in the exit polls.
Okay.
And Amethi, speaking of Amethi, Meghaji, let me tell you, Kishori Lal Sharma is not just any other Karyakarta. He is one man who's worked on the grassroots, who's worked on ground. So basically the strategy of Rahul Gandhi there was to have Kishori Lal Sharma to fight against Smriti Irani, whereas I'd love to see...
Okay. So you think your prediction, Amethi and Raebareli both are going to Congress. All right, on that note, I slip into a short break. On the other side, it's the poll of polls, so stay tuned.